Hello, I'm Julia.
I was speaking. Okay.
Okay.
Just wait 5 seconds.
I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, my bad. My bad.
Hello there, I'm Julia.
Hi, I'm Has, and welcome to another episode of
The Phone Call.
The podcast where we talk about anything and everything because it's our podcast.
Yes, we can do whatever we want.
Yes. Anyways, how are you, Julia?
Doing well, and the weather is changing,
Yes.
so I'm not a person who's into change that easily, so yeah, it seemed to be a bummer for me.
Yes, speaking of change, many people are also changing their lifestyle these days because they are right from the summer to back to school.
Yep.
So some of you might have already started their school journey. If so, good luck. And some people are probably gonna start their school this week, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, the dates are changing.
Yes. Some schools have already started, and we are filming this at the end of August.
Yeah.
So some schools have already started, which my condolences. But
Yeah, when you say back to school, and it's not just for kids.
yes, it's for the teachers, for university students and professors, everybody.
Yeah, parents, everything is starting.
Parents.
Like public transport, everything. Everything is starting, and we are going to have traffic. You're going to experience traffic on the road
Oh,
now.
I hate Milan traffic.
And that's the worst. I mean, everywhere it's going to start because September, we're going to have fun. Okay.
Okay, so anyways, without further ado, let's start with our podcast.
Okay.
What would you like to first talk about?
Okay, since we are talking about back to school, how about you describe your first day of school? How was that
Oh God, because
in the past?
I mean, I had like few schools growing up because one was in Sri Lanka, obviously. That's where I grew up until I was like, 10 years old. Then I came to Italy for the first time. I didn't know a lick of Italian. I was just thrown to the wolves to this Italian school. I had no idea. I was just surrounded by white people. I was just a scared lad. And I remember this day, the teacher told me, like, now I understand what she was saying. She was just asking me to write my name on the whiteboard. But as a kid, I was like 12 years old. I didn't know like anything in Italian, so I was so scared. So
Understandable. It's your first day.
Exactly.
Like a new country.
For me, in my perspective, all I saw was this white woman, like tall white woman, just speaking to me like, "Ciao, come on." That's all I could see. That's all I could hear. I was just so scared. I mean, this is the first time I'm like interacting with anybody. So I got so scared. I cried right in front of the class.
Oh, you're one of that
Yes,
kids who
unfortunately.
cried
Yes.
on the first day.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I cried and they were like, "No need to write your name. Go sit down."
Ooh.
Yeah, that school wasn't for me anyways.
Wait, was it a public school?
It
or
was a public school, yes.
Even
And,
worse
yeah.
at that point.
And kids were mean because I didn't understand anything in Italian. They would like make up, like obviously they would make me say words in Italian, and those were like bad words. For example, they told me "fuck you" means you're beautiful, and they made me repeat those words. And obviously these kids being kids, normal stuff. But as a kid, I felt very upset.
Of course, I mean, it's a bad way to start in that case.
Yeah.
Because everything is new, and then you are getting into this, and you're finally thinking you're going to get some friends, but end up you getting these kind of friends.
Yes, and I remember I lasted about 2 weeks in this school Because on the last day, this guy, his name was Giacomo. I hate the name Giacomo until this day because he threw a rock at my head. I was the only person of color in this school, in this class, so there was also that aspect as well. But yes, it was a really weird situation.
Oh, you don't have really good memories of your
No.
first day of
Like
school.
I had, yeah, but when I went to other schools, obviously I was okay. But yeah, this was the one that actually like stands up like a sore thumb. Anyway, how about you?
I have two incidents. So one is in Sri Lanka.
Okay.
Before I went to a proper school, like a little bit maybe older, I was actually going for kindergarten in Sri Lanka, and then again I was older, so I went to primary one in Italy. Horrible. Okay. No one said hello and no one was speaking English. So since I didn't know Italian, no one was friendly. And I can remember I introduced my name because the teacher, there was another teacher, not the class teacher, the other teacher came with me. She spoke English and turns out she was the English teacher for the whole school at that time.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a public school. So I went along with her. I didn't cry. I was very good, very confident, and I said my name, but no one said hello, nothing. And even the teachers didn't say anything about it. I just went and sat. And when I sat after one subject, I didn't know what the hell we were doing in that subject. I can really clearly remember there was a girl who was sitting next to me, and her name was Sylvia. Okay, I hate Sylvia's like you hate Giacomo's because Sylvia used to hit me, push me down, and then she used to be like acting like she was. Yeah, this was like I'm telling you about my first day, but how it went for over an year. Okay, I left Italy before that, but so I thought that I was finally becoming friendly with her because she approached me every single time. But no one sits with me in the class. No one.
Okay.
I'm alone. I need to have
That's
another.
messed up.
Yeah, there were other kids of color. I wasn't the only one, but I didn't have friends. My only friend was that English teacher. I was really good with her. She was really sad that I was leaving and everything afterwards. But Sylvia, she used to hit me and everything, like a lot.
Wait, how old were you again?
Primary one, so probably around 6.
Damn.
6, 7.
Sylvia,
Yeah.
you bitch.
I can remember they also said that I'm a little bit too young for the class at that time. I should be in kindergarten according to the Sri Lankan system. So, anyways, it was really hard for me. There was also another incident. She would come to me as a friend, and she used to draw from marker pens like flowers and everything. Every day I used to go home. My mother used to beat me up.
Oh my god.
For
What? Sylvia, you bitch.
yeah, I tell Sylvia, like I'm always telling her, don't do this because I'm getting in trouble when I go home. So my mother at the end, she was like, no, you're going to have a wash in cold water in the winter. Mind you, I had a wash in cold water, and finally I can remember I was like, I don't want to school here. I want to change schools. I want to go somewhere else. I don't want to. And the biggest incident was when I went to the bathroom, when I was peeing, a group of boys from my class actually came and opened the door. And you know who was there with them? It was Sylvia.
What the? Sylvia is such a big 6-year-old bitch.
Yeah, from the first day onwards, even the first day I had my first complaint because Sylvia hit me on the very first day. I was pushed down, okay, and my mother went and complained about it. I can remember it was a bad experience. I never cried and everything on my first day. Yes, I finally left Italian school, went to Sri Lanka, okay. and I went to Sri Lankan international school, not a public school. And over there were 200 on that day, first day, okay? And everyone beside me, I was very happy. I saw my mom and dad waiting there. I'm like, everyone is clapping. The other students, the older students are there. The kids beside me who were supposed to be in my same class, newbies, crying.
Oh,
All of them are crying. So yeah, first day when I always have that memory, it's like I only see kids crying or having a bad day.
yeah, that's me, so I know.
So yeah, but what do you think about if you have to compare back in the day with first days and now? How are the kids behaving now?
I mean, I don't interact with kids anymore because I don't work at a school, nor do I go to school anymore. I mean, even in university, I didn't go to a traditional university. I went to an online university, so I have no idea. But I do know nowadays when people are talking about back to school, they are more so thinking about how the fashion is gonna be, how they're gonna be perceived,
Yeah.
more so than caring about textbooks or anything like that nowadays. I feel like.
Yeah,
I mean, you have a better perspective because you are actually working with kids and all that.
yeah, since I'm working, that's a different story. But if you have to compare Italy and Sri Lanka when it comes to uniforms, rules, and food, what do you think about that? Which country would be?
I would honestly prefer when it comes to food and uniform and all that, Italian system. I prefer that in my opinion because it gives more flexibility to the kids. Like they don't really care about what you wear. Obviously, you cannot wear like, you know, I don't know how to say it.
Bikini top.
Exactly, like something like that per se, but at least you have some flexibility. But in Sri Lanka, like they are very strict when it comes to your
Your
uniforms.
hair, your nails, the
Yeah.
length of your uniform, like the skirt, if the shoes are polished and all those stuff, those are actually like there's a must. You can get suspended or you can be expelled, like you cannot come back to school.
Yeah,
In Sri Lanka, that's how it is. Like those rules, school rules, even the parents are scared of the school rules.
exactly. But
In
then
Sri
again,
Lanka.
I feel like you go to school to learn. You know, like why do we care about what somebody's wearing? Like what somebody's wearing should never be a topic of conversation, in my opinion.
Yeah, but the other thing I find it like a difference. I don't know about the other schools in Sri Lanka, but the school I went, we were supposed to wear the same uniform, like shoes we can wear any branded stuff, but they still tell you not to, like no flashy stuff or anything. But one thing I like about the school uniforms and everything is that it doesn't come up with a class. Rich or poor, everyone follow the
yes.
same rule. No one is like allowed to show their wealth. Everyone is equal.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
I like it.
Something that I like about Sri Lankan schools is that they don't allow phones at all. Like no technology, and it's not even common for a kid to have a phone. I feel like not even those flip phones. Like you are not allowed to bring any technology into the school, which I appreciate because at the end of the day, there's some sort of normality for
Yeah, I mean,
kids growing.
When did
ages.
you get your first phone? What
I
age?
I got it when I first came here, anyways, because in here and there it's two different conversations. Anyways, I got my first phone when I was around 13 years old. I mean, I don't think I would have had a phone if I was living in Sri Lanka. I only had got a phone because I lived in Italy. It was a Samsung.
Samsung?
Yes, Samsung.
Wasn't it a Nokia?
No, it was not a Nokia. If I lived in Sri Lanka, I would have probably had Nokia probably when I was like 18 years old. But yeah, because the thing is that in Sri Lanka and Italy, that's the difference. In Sri Lanka, it is not a necessity to have a phone. But in Italy, you have to have a phone no matter what you are or what age you are. Because your
Yeah.
parent has to be able to contact you in some way or form. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean over here they have the babysitters and all those kind of.
Exactly.
It's a different culture in Italy when it comes to
Yes.
schooling. I have to say that. But phones for me, I got it when I was 16, and it was a normal Nokia smartphone. Like it had all the buttons and a touch screen. So it was very petite,
Yeah.
okay? But it was the best phone so far. I mean, not Apple or anything. It was like the best phone for me. But even if I was a prefect in school, I love to get back to school because prefects are a little bit, like the hierarchy of the school system, like the
Yes.
student council.
In case you do not know, basically prefects are a bunch of kids who have been nominated by the principal and the other teachers, like collectively deciding which kid should be like the superior of the others,
Yeah.
just to be like, how would you even say, like they're like supposed to command the group,
Command, it's not only command.
like leaderships,
Exactly. You learn a lot of responsibility out of
Yes.
it. You will be going for different trainings,
Yes.
looking after the other students, whether they come in a line.
If something has to be done in the school, you would call a prefect.
Prefect. So I was part of the prefect council, and I love it because I get to see all the, juicy stuff which is happening in school, like who's getting punished, who are the new couples, oh, who has broken up.
Oh, you went to a mixed school.
Oh, yes, I was in a mixed school, and all the stuff are there. There's favoration, there's killing going on, unfair. I mean, killing in the sense.
Oh, okay,
not that kind of killing.
okay. Thank God.
But
I got scared for a second.
backstabbing.
Okay, yeah.
So, as prefects, we can't take a side on anyone. There are times that they do, but phone calls, phones were allowed for us.
Really?
Yeah, in our school, it was the best thing. Like prefects are supposed to have because they.
Oh, okay. Only the prefects were allowed.
Yeah. But
Okay.
then later they were like certain kids, like I don't know, with permission they can have, but you need to go like grade 8 or 9. Like if you're in ordinary level, O levels, you can have a phone.
Wait. O levels mean ordinary level?
Yeah.
This whole time I just thought it went like all level. I didn't know it was abbreviation. He was mind blown, honestly.
Kill me now.
I'm sorry.
But anyways, yeah, it was the fun part. But we didn't feel like students. We felt really like adults because we were allowed to have phones and stuff.
Okay.
And the senior prefects, they were even allowed to have calls in the prefect's room. So yeah, we were kind of breaking the rules and stuff.
Yeah,
but
you had
in
like
here,
way better rules.
Yeah, in here, I feel that it's not 16, 17 anymore. The kids,
No,
what do you
everybody-
think the age?
I think like 7 years olds get like a phone nowadays.
And you know what? Back in the day, we used to have this Nokia very small
Yeah.
stuff. They have better like iPhone 16 or 17 now.
But do you think a kid should be given a phone?
No.
I do too. I do too. At the end of the day, it's fine to give them a phone because at the end of the day, the world is evolving, so they need to also adjust. But there should be certain limitations. Parents should
Yeah.
always keep an eye out on what the kid is doing.
No, that's the other thing that I feel. Now, when I do online classes, I feel that, my kids seem to be very happy, but at the end, these days, they seem to be really like not in mood. And my question was, what's up? What happened? They're like, school is starting. We used to love school. And then I remembered...
Speak for yourself, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, I used to love school because mainly because I was a prefect. Then I realized I didn't like school. It was like a horror story beginning. Like each after the holidays, that means you have to start all over again. You're a little bit lazy because you have gotten used to it, and it's the same for the kids. But now, since you're going back to school, Uh, like, can you compare the must-haves those days before we start school versus must-haves now? Like, must-haves now in the sense, like those days, for example, we were like, the most interesting thing for us was buying the best stationery.
Yes. Oh my God.
It was a competition.
Yes. Oh, like I remember every year I asked my parents to buy me a new, like what do you call, a pencil box. Can you remember in Sri Lanka the pencil box were the shed?
It
Like
was really nice.
every pencil box had these like gadgets. Basically, like you could like sharpen your pencils.
You
You
can
could,
press, and then there's a
yeah.
secret compartment, and
Yeah, like so many different things. Like people would be playing games with them. Like there were calculators attached to the pencil box. There was so many
so
tricks
many.
and like tricks. So I don't even know what to say. But
Yeah,
it
that
was,
was a jam back in the
yes,
day.
that was like if you had one of those cases, you were cool.
Yeah, it was like you were cool, and sometimes when you like, if you go shopping at the last minute or the last week, sometimes you might not get those because it's all sold out.
Yes, they're always sold out.
Sold out. Like,
And they don't have it here in Italy, I don't think. I never
no,
seen
I
it.
have never seen it. That's the thing.
But then, since my mom came here to Italy before we came here, she was able to send us one of those other pencil cases from here. You know, the three zipper one.
Oh, I love that as well.
And they don't have that in Sri Lanka.
No.
And she sent it to me, and I was the coolest kid in the
Same here.
class.
Same here. And they're like, where did you buy that? My mother sent it from
Yes.
Italy, you know.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
know.
okay, but it's so easy. Like the
Yeah.
designer, the cartoon character, the designer is
Yes.
there. Color pencils, all
Color
the
pencil
essential.
and felty pens and
Yeah.
all that, and they already come with everything that you need inside the
The
thing.
glue, the scissor.
Yeah, and I think it was like $10 back in the
Yeah.
day, so it was better.
That's true.
You got a good deal for the price. I feel
That's
like.
true. Even I got those, and I was really proud when my mother also sent all of that. But yeah, nothing compared, because nowadays the kids, I can remember, they're not that satisfied with the new stationaries, new bag.
They care about the drunk elephant makeup routines.
Talk
For-
about it. The new games,
Yes.
the latest. Okay, they need to take an iPad or
Yeah.
Nintendo, PSP, or like all those are the ones. They're about to start school.
The thing is that the games I'm okay with as long as they're violent games. I feel like no kid should be playing those like beating to the head kind of games. I feel like Mario Kart, you're not gonna be killing anybody, so it's okay. But other games, I'm like, I don't even know. I can't even name an example, but they're like so many like killing games. I'm like, let's stay away from that.
Stay away in the sense, yeah, like they're influencing. They're indirectly marketing. Like, yes, stationaries, all those stuff. They are bringing it in so that the kids will make sure to continue those games and stuff. That's bad.
Oh,
But
yeah.
what do you think? Handing over back to school as a form of love, if you give luxurious stuff to them, brands.
I feel like kids wouldn't care at all. Parents would definitely because of the economy and all that. But I don't think kids would really give a shit nowadays.
In Sri Lanka,
Oh yeah, that's a good thing about Sri Lanka because they always give us the textbooks at the end of
Yeah.
the year. So you never have to buy a textbook unless it's a private school. I've never been to private school, so I don't know.
private school, you have to buy it.
Okay.
Okay, but they always make sure like what color covers, where to buy it and everything. Nothing luxurious. You can't have like Nike or nothing. From head to toe, what you have. The pencil case is okay, but other than that, nothing. But in here, I feel like Italy, it's the country of fashion.
Yes.
But out of Milan,
I think it's like normal
Normal.
day-to-day school.
in Milan, I also believe that most of the kids are into brands and stuff, luxurious stuff, because parents are like that. Milan has a lot of money and they come from rich families, so they tend to go for brands which are on the high end.
Yes.
And that is also another good way to put back to offers, even if it's expensive or not. It's going to be mad.
Yeah. I mean, a kid
Super
rolling
mad.
up with a Louis Vuitton backpack.
Well, yeah, that would be
Oh well.
okay. So, anything that you want to say about the teacher's POV,
Oh yeah.
teacher's point?
By the way, if you didn't know, Julia is actively working as a teacher. She used to work in a school. Right now she's doing private tutoring. And I also used to work at a school. With her, that's how we met basically. I used to be an assistant teacher. She used to be an actual teacher. But yes, regardless, we both worked in a school. That's what I'm saying. So we have both perspectives of being a student and being a teacher.
Yeah.
Somewhat, I would say, for me at least. Because for me, it was a very short period of time. But
So, how was your teaching experience when it comes to that?
I would say really bad. Because I was a 17-year-old kid at the end of the day. And I was not paid that much to even be there. I was there for like 7 days a week. And I got 100 euros per month. Yeah, so I was working.
I can say assistant teacher has way more responsibilities.
Yes.
They give you too much of work.
They expect a lot from you. Like I remember I had to go home and still like lesson plan for the teacher because the teacher was not doing shit. And I was also asked to work from other teachers as well, not just the teachers that I was working with. I was working with the kindergartners. Oh, nightmare. But I was also like given other stuff to do as well. I was when teach well, we will get into it.
Yes.
All right.
We will get into it. So, yeah, the difference between assistant teacher and a teacher. In my experience, I can also say that assistant teachers, since they're doing a lot of work, they are also much closer to the kids.
Yes.
All right?
Definitely.
And no one actually gives credits to the assistant teachers.
But to be fair, assistant teachers are not very common as well nowadays. I feel like it's one teacher who does everything. So I don't know if they're
Nowadays, they are coming back to the same manner of keeping assistant teachers, since one teacher cannot handle all the kids.
Yeah.
And that's because when I say all, there are also special needs kids.
yes, that's true.
Yeah, and you can't expect only one teacher to do everything, look after all the kids. So they are bringing in, like,
That's
especially
good, honestly, because
Yeah.
they need assistance.
in Sri Lanka. I'm not quite
No,
sure.
because in Sri Lanka,
No.
one teacher will have like 50 kids to work with.
No, that's not the case. But in here, I have recently seen that even parents are like recommending get us another teacher, please. Like in the public sector, I know this is happening. Private sector, I worked in a private sector, and there were times that I had to, fight literally to get another teacher, and it's exhausting.
Because here's the thing, like so many schools do not want to pay the salary for another teacher.
Yeah.
That's why they're being stingy, so they don't really care about the students.
Well, when I was teaching in the private school in Italy, I had special needs kid. I didn't have like 20 or 25 kids in my class, but it was too much. I couldn't handle, and finally I thought it was good news, and they said, okay, we will get you an assistant teacher. I was beyond happy on that moment. But turns out the parents later said, no, well, we don't want an assistant teacher, because it's not the school, it's not the government who's paying, it's the parents who have to pay for an assistant
True,
teacher
I
in that
didn't,
case. So they chose the easy way out. And in that way, I also feel that they are not respecting the teachers in that case,
Not at
because
all.
we are not like babysitters who look after your kid. It's not just one kid, we are looking after so many kids. Teaching life can be nice, but for a teacher, back to school means is equally just like the kids saying no. Okay, so it's not easy for teachers as well. But coming back, if I have to say, in my experience, now that I'm a teacher, I have so much of respect for teachers, wherever, in Italy or Sri Lanka. What do you think about the strict teacher concept and chill teachers? I feel chill teachers are here, but in Sri Lanka it's strict. What is your opinion on that?
Yeah, you're right. In Sri Lanka, it is very common for a teacher to be more strict than chill. Like everybody, and the strict you are, more strict you are, I feel like more respected you are from like your fellow teachers and also like students, because they're too scared to even like trust you.
Yeah, and they think just because you're strict, it
You
means your students
right.
will
Yeah.
be, disciplined. You're right.
That's not the correct thing at all. If anything, they make fun of you behind your back.
That's bad. And I found out that as well. But like with the dress code and everything in here, the schools, the teachers are pretty much chill. I have to say that, and I need to be on that, because I can remember like this was a bad experience when I was a student. There were a couple of teachers who used to like they had their favorations, okay, and for no reason, I didn't even do anything. I used to get punished every single time. I used to be out of the class. One time, they gave us a free time, and the teacher left the class, okay. She was supposed to be back, but she said she's going to be late. So no one was there. I finished my work and I was so hungry because I had prefects duty. I haven't eaten anything. I finished my work, so I quickly sneak in to eat something. And bad timing, okay? And this teacher, literature teacher, she hates me.
God.
She hates me. I don't know why. If she wanted to improve me or anything, and I hated her subject. Believe it or not, every teacher that I had who was really strict, I did not see anything end to end with them. All of their subjects that I did, bad marks, no scores. So my parents had to spend extra money to put me to different classes, and even over there, I was a bad child. Like I couldn't get the subject. And I believe right now, as every single time when I'm teaching a kid, I don't like to scold the kid. I don't like to go beyond or anything like that. Imagine if I'm scolding you, what would you feel?
I would not want to deal with you ever again.
You will hate me as soon as you see me. Even when I'm speaking, the energy that you take, you will not concentrate on your work.
At all.
So this is the feeling of back to school students. If they say they don't want to go to school, there can be something happening with the friends, or there could be something happening with the teachers.
Yes.
Okay, so
I mean, here's like for me personally, like even though I had a fair share of like really strict teachers, for some reason, those are the teachers that I also think about a lot whenever I think about past relations with my school. Like, for example, like if I were to like think about my school right now, the first people that I think about will be my teachers, and those are the people that I make fun of the most. Yeah, thinking about my school experience. But I had this chemistry teacher. I hated her so much, but because she was so strict, I also learned everything and I got an A for all levels. So, give or take, at the end of the day, she was a really good teacher. She was very strict. So if being strict is done properly, I feel like it can also be correct.
very good. Even I had my chemistry teacher
Yeah.
who was like that. I can't remember, I can't remember her name. She was a very tiny teacher, okay, very short.
Chemistry teachers are always tiny.
Yeah, they're like an atomic bomb. They're
Oh,
so tiny.
exactly. She's an atom.
Literally, like if they open their mouth to say something, the whole school can hear them, even though they're tiny.
Oh yeah, tiny people can speak. Yeah.
Okay, so this teacher was very strict, but whenever she spoke to me, like she didn't hate me. You know, I loved her.
Yeah.
I know that she was strict.
Yeah.
During my free time, I used to go hang out with that teacher and work.
Yeah.
I'm like, give me a practical, example to test out. I used to just go hang out with that teacher.
Like you can genuinely see when somebody's strict if they mean that like they want you to improve or not.
Seriously.
There are some people who just wants to be strict to be strict so that you gain like they gain your respect. And that's not being strict, that just being selfish. Because if you're coming to teach expecting to be respected, that's not how that works.
No.
It's another way.
It have to be genuine.
Exactly. Plus also it should be transactional. Respect should go both ways.
Seriously, like kids, this is what I learned. I never had patience in my life. I think you understood that. But after becoming like a teacher, but still I didn't have that. And yet, with experience, years and years, I learned how to be patient. And the last place that I worked, I was very strict with my kids. But when it comes to having fun, joking around, cuddling, giving love, literally, I was like their best friend. And for me, if I'm sick or something, my kids would always cover for me. They will not shout, they will not kill me further. So I feel that is the respect.
Yes, of course.
Love.
Yeah. At the end of the day, if the kid can see that you are genuinely coming from a good place when you are teaching and being strict, I don't think it's a problem at all.
Yeah. Teacher's view and students' view in this case is very strong, and when you have the holidays and you get back to school, you're starting all over again, and it's not easy for the teacher, it's not easy for the kids.
No.
So if someone says, oh no, we don't want to go back to school, it's like someone who's doing a corporate job in a high stressful place. It's the same thing. It's the situation is a little bit changed. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So speaking of that,
Wait, I just want to say something about the strict teachers.
okay.
What is your opinion when it comes to teachers being so involved in children's love stories, like relationships? Because I had that problem so many times at our school. Because when I came to Italy, since that Italian school didn't work out for me, I went to a Sri Lankan school, and this motherfucker was going after kids. And if he suspected that people are getting into relationships, which is completely normal, like they're teenagers, they're supposed to be exploring their sexuality or whatever, and corrections. They're going through hormones, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's completely normal that these kids want to explore one another and all that. And not that I'm saying it is okay, because at the end of the day, I feel like some kids are too young to even attend.
Yeah.
But still, I feel like it's something that they should learn on their own. And these freaking teachers, they get so involved in these kids' love lives to the point that the kids learn how to lie even harder and keep their relationships more private. So, what is your experience when it comes to that?
Okay. Okay, let's start with Sri Lanka.
Okay, yes.
I went to a mixed school. So you don't expect us to be like, no, I don't want to be with boys. I don't want to be girl. No. That doesn't happen. So because of that, you can allow the kids to go, have relationships. But since they are also kids, they have no boundaries, right?
No.
No limits, so they can go overboard as well. And as a matter of fact, in Sri Lanka, even even now, I feel like sex education, personal hygiene, like those are not being taught.
No, not at all.
Okay, safety features, they are not being taught. Like even in the science book, they skip it.
Yes.
Those education which is really needed.
Like I
Okay.
remember the sex ed was always like abstinence. Like the condom wasn't even like an option for so many
Yeah,
people.
like if you, I feel like being so strict is also another reason why girls and boys are so much into doing stuff. They want
Yeah.
to experience because they've been suppressed of not doing
In Sri
that.
Lanka, I feel like that's also why the rape cases are so high,
Hi.
because so many men, well, mainly men, do not know anything about what a woman like goes through in their body. So
Not at
they
all.
want to like get a jump start. They don't want to wait till marriage, even though you don't have to wait till marriage. You can just find someone consensual. That's not the
But
point.
that's not the point. Like no respect even for a
Exactly.
woman.
Yeah, no, there. Yes.
In that case, I feel like, but in my school, since it was a mixed school, we had strict rules and strict teachers. And you know what, after I became a prefect, we have also like the teachers in charge of the prefects guild, our council. Okay, so in that, when we have meetings and stuff, the teachers casually joke around other stuff. You know what their main topic is?
Which kids are like dating each
Exactly,
other?
who are the couples, who we need to keep an eye on, who we need to
Why?
break off. So that was the thing. But I also felt that back in the day, I mean, I was in a relationship at that time.
Of course you were.
Because I don't know, I was very sneaky, and it wasn't just one boy. I had so many relationships in school, and some of them they knew it, okay, because I got caught afterwards. But some I became overall the best at hiding and lying, like you said. I was able to keep my relationship really like under the blanket.
Yeah, like you, like when you're so strict and like try to keep an eye out on your kid way too much, they become good liars.
Yeah, and you will have to train yourself more to sneak into their personal life in different ways, and that's not going to be easy. And if they also find out about it, your relationship, teacher or parent, I feel like it's the boundaries, when it's broken, it's not going to be the same anymore. But the other thing that I understood, maybe the teachers are getting paid more in Sri Lanka for finding out who are the couples and breaking them
What?
off. I feel that. I felt
Why?
that because it was
Why
like
the
a
fuck would they
competition.
care?
It was a competition
Didn't
in
they
Sri
earn a
Lanka.
commission?
I don't know. I felt like when I was in school, I felt that that was a thing. But I'm like, this is just based on my opinion, and I'm just judging on this. I have no proof, but the way that they were talking, it was like a competition. Who gets most of the couples?
Yeah, because I remember our old boss, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, the place we used to work together.
Yes, he was also my school principal because I went to the same school, and he decided that he wanted me to come and work for him as well after I was done with school. Regardless, basically, I had my classmate, and my classmate was in a relationship with another person. And this man told me to go and spy on them.
You see what I mean?
And also, he wanted me to break them off. He wanted me to like talk to these people and tell them, yeah, your teacher, your principal has proof on your relationship. He's gonna release this proof if you do not break up right now. It felt like I was watching a K-drama at the moment, but at that point, like I was also like really young. I was like 17 years old, like I said before. Well, is it before I started? Yes, I was 17 years old. So I was just like really young and naive as well. So I went and told him. Then now I don't have a relationship with either of them. But I do think he did it on purpose because he knew I had a crush on one of them. So he knew he did it on purpose because he was weaponizing my love that I had for them as well. So yeah.
That's really bad.
Uh,
I can remember also. It's about the kids, and I was one of the main teachers. So there's also a division of teachers being divided when it comes to meetings. Like certain teachers are allowed, and in the same group, certain the other teachers are not allowed.
some teachers don't see eye to eye.
No, and finally, for this one of the meetings which you're not supposed to go, okay, I wasn't invited before, okay, and I have earned their trust apparently, that I've been doing work and everything. Even they used to advise me, go and tell them I think they are a couple. I'm like, oh, okay. So I used to go and say, look here, I can understand you guys. I used to have relationships as well in your age. I was being upfront. I really told them. I was like, I can totally understand what you guys are going through, but do you know that there are people watching you guys? You can either think, I mean, I don't know, I couldn't take the school side of breaking it up, but I couldn't even take the student side at that moment, because at the end I'm in the middle.
Yeah, you are also doing your job at the end of
Job.
the day.
So I
You're
was
risking your
like,
job.
the only way that I made the kids understand, I was like, look, totally understandable, because they told me at the end after what I said, I was like, totally understandable, your age, I went through the same thing, okay, I had boyfriends as well, it's totally okay, but you guys not studying, you guys being watched, you guys being sneaky, that's not going to help anyone. So make better choices, please. Okay, so if you want to get sneaky, in order to be sneaky, you need to have a brain. You need to be very intelligent. You can't be dumb and be sneaky. That's what I feel like. Okay, so I know even if the kids in at that time, they were horrible at studying. Okay,
Yes.
but it did not mean at all that they were unintelligent. They were really good. They were good at something. It's just that they don't know what it is, and the schools are not helping that.
Yeah.
Another reason why the kids don't like to go to school, because school is the place where you're going to learn, but that's like the place that you hate the most. So, like, teachers having gossip and everything, of course it's going to be about students, but I feel that it's not nice at the end of the day, because if you have a mixed school, you're going to have relationships coming up.
Absolutely.
And it's part of the challenge of correctly educating them.
But I feel like it's such a cultural thing at the end of the day because in Italy, like, I mean, obviously we only have that experience, Italy versus Sri Lanka. So I can't speak to any other cultures. But in Italy, like, they couldn't give a shit about who you're dating as long as you're studying. And that's what it should be. As
I
long as
like
you're-
that freedom.
Yeah, because like you are being a teenager. This is teenagers within being teenagers. They're exploring.
When are you going to explore when you're a grandma or a grandpa?
Exactly.
No.
And our school, like they were like prohibiting people wearing makeup. I remember.
Yeah, I mean, the place that we were working, I don't know why this happened. The place we were both working. So, like I told you, it was a Sri Lankan place and Sri Lankan rules. It's always strict, right? So, there were discipline measures taken for the students: uniform, hair, makeup. Even though we are living in Italy, we are a Sri Lankan school, we go with the Sri Lankan customs, traditions, all those culture. But can I tell about the teachers, what happened to us?
Yeah. Go for it.
I was sometimes accused of wearing a skirt. As a teacher, I was accused of wearing a skirt to school, wearing long earrings. nail polish, whereas the older teachers, the older in the sense they're around in their 50s, they were wearing super short skirts, they were swearing, okay, they were doing all the makeup and everything. They were running the whole, basically the whole school.
I mean, one of the teachers, they were even flirting with the other teachers.
Okay, like next on drama is going over there. So when you try to do your job as a teacher, like if we are good with those teachers, we are okay. Like literally, basic word I will use is, if you kiss ass to that teacher, you're in the safe zone.
Yes.
Okay, but if not, it's the other way around. So I didn't like that kind of attitudes and everything. And I knew the place that I was working was full of snakes. Okay,
Yeah.
so it was very hard to find friends, and I finally did found some genuine friends. So one of them was Hessa. Okay,
Yeah.
and then there's another friend, both of us are
Yes,
very close
mutual
to.
friend.
Yeah, her name is, can I tell her
I
name?
think you can, but we didn't ask permission, so maybe
Yeah.
let's leave it as mutual friend A.
A, okay, letter A. So she, I
But
mean,
we are
after
still
working
genuine
there,
friends after
Yeah.
what? 8
From
years? So 7 years?
I guess
6 years,
6 years. We met from that place. We are the only thing that we are grateful is that we met each other as teachers, and within that, the other teachers, just like what they were trying to do for the couples, they were trying to break our
Yeah.
friendship. We can't eat food together. We can't talk to each other.
Yeah, we were not able to socialize at all. We were not allowed to. The people were getting jealous because I was like the kid to everybody. Like all the teachers were coming to me to ask help. But then when Julia joined, I was always with her instead of going to them instead, because I was like, she was close to my age. I believe she was like 24 when we met.
Yeah.
So
I'm
we were
just 4
younger than
years.
that.
Huh?
Because I was 17, and so you
Yeah.
must have been like 21 at that
Yeah,
point.
21, 4 years older than you.
So like we were like same age gap, so it was like, okay, perfect. I can talk to you and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
I mean, they were so bad. I'm bringing this up because they tried to like remove both of us, and they started even a rumor about him. And I can remember I
What
was
was
like,
the room again?
it was some rumor, okay?
I don't even remember this.
It was like a relationship or something, that you're not a good person and everything, okay? I can remember. And in that meeting, I told you that only few trusted, and some are not invited meeting with the teachers.
Yeah.
I was there, and they were talking about you in a very bad way. And then I was like, really? I just got to know that he's having the same surname. When I checked, we are actually relatives. And from that day,
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
That's when it happened.
yeah.
I had no idea.
When I told them that, luckily, we are not related.
No, we are not at all.
Okay, it's just that there's a surname which goes on with my mother's name. So I was like, turns out it's a small world. So this was after saying shit about him. And I'm like, turns out it's a really small world. Hessa is actually a relative of mine. We are from my mother's side. And then everyone is like, from that day onwards, no one said shit about him in front of me. Like I don't know, I'm usually very shy, and I'm also very scared to stand up. But that day, for some reason, I got the fucking power to actually just defend. And ever since that day, I have been also defending a lot of students because everyone is just putting them down.
Yeah, I had no idea that they started rumor, because like they were making me work a lot there.
Yeah. It's not about working. It's about the rumor was. I don't want to say it over here. The rumor was.
Yeah, edit it out.
Okay. You want me to say it?
Yeah, say it. What the heck?
Yeah, that you like this thing. I was like, I really, I don't know anything about that, but he's a relative of mine. And it's okay that they're saying that, but they weren't saying it in a way that, like, as if you're actually really bad.
God, that's smart. What if I was? Who cares?
That's what, who cares? But why say bad things about you?
Yeah.
So I got pissed for that. Anyways, like that was the rumor, but that was also the last day of their rumor.
Yes.
Because they knew I'm going to get it from someone. I was the type of teacher who was slowly keeping all the teachers around me in a proper way. No anger, nothing. Very hard. I used to go home and cry as a teacher. I did love teaching the kids, but it was too stressful.
Now I don't feel bad about leaving that place without no notice.
Yeah, going back to school means you're going to have a lot of tea. Students or teachers, parents.
Yeah,
Parents are so happy to put the kids back to school.
Yes.
They just, I have seen personally, here's the kid, take.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for starting school. So I can understand the parents as well, but imagine the teachers who have to go through
Yes.
until the holidays. We teachers are stuck with your kids.
Yeah, because you don't parent parents.
You only meet your children most of the time during the dinner time after you
Yeah.
come off for work. Other than that, for 8 hours, the kid is with us.
Unfortunately.
So, bringing that, I would like to ask you lastly. We have all the teaching, back to school offers, and everyone benefits from that. Getting offers and everything at the end as well before school starts. Now that schools are starting, it's 2025, okay, about the study style. Okay, now it seemed to be like ChatGPT is there, AI is there.
Yeah.
All right, and it also feels like my job is being replaced a little bit.
A little bit, but then again, I feel like something we are forgetting is that AI is not always right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, AI can be really, really wrong at times, and I learned this the hard way because my university professor, mind you, university professor, decided to grade my work, and they use AI to grade my work.
Okay, it's the other way around. Okay.
Yeah, it's not me learning, that they use AI to grade my work, and they said that basically they also not only use AI to like write the passage, they also like the critique, basically the critique. They also use AI to see if I use AI to write my essay. So, and there have been studies done, so many tests done to like show how inaccurate these AI verifications are.
Well,
And basically, apparently AI said that my work is an AI, like is written by AI. So I literally told this person, listen, I do not use AI. I showed them so many different like verifications done with other AI websites, being like, I did not use AI. Look, it is written 100% human, blah blah blah. And this person finally was like, okay, I will, for now, I will grade this work for you. But if you use AI again, I was they were made me feel like I did a bad thing, but they were like giving me one chance. But no, they even that criticism that they wrote using AI. You can say like you can see it clearly, crystal
no
clear.
emotions, nothing.
Nothing at all. But I do also see so many kids using AI to learn their stuff, which I don't think is a bad thing. If you use AI in a way to like learning, if you use AI as a learning tool and not a full cheating system,
Yeah.
that's fine in my opinion.
No, I mean, with ChatGPT, I don't feel like I'm the teacher. I'm the student. I'm using ChatGPT to make my life easier to learn something. I don't want to be completely dumb.
Yeah.
So when I give essays to my students and everything, there are students who are kind of not that up to standard, and they need a little bit more practice or anything as sort. But recently, I have seen that their essays seem to be kind of good. So I was like, wow, you have really improved. So then I was like thinking, am I a good teacher? It's finally working. Oh, I need to be proud.
Did they use AI?
They have used AI because
What? They're like 6 years old.
no, this was a little bit higher, 10-year-olds. Okay,
Still.
yeah, and I was shocked because most of the time when I do say something to them, they don't even know how to use basic computer knowledge of how to control something, zoom in, zoom out, or like they're still learning. Okay, they don't know. So this happened for like 2 days. I realized, I was like, okay, just like the last week they were really bad. And how can they improve like this? I'm such a good teacher. First day. Second day, this is being very suspicious. Like, I didn't even teach this, words, but they're using big words. That's when I asked them, I gave something like exactly similar. I was like, do it in front of me, like in the class. And turns out it's the same as before. It's not to put the kid down. I don't want that. I don't want them to have the self-esteem really down when it comes to these.
Of course.
But cheating is cheating. We don't have to use AI to cheat something. We can use AI to be smarter. But if they are bringing it to school, yes, it will make your life easier for a teacher or anything, because humans tend to make mistakes. But that does not mean AI is not making any mistakes either. You have your brain, you need to figure out whether it's actually true or not. And yesterday, before I came here, I saw, this was a little bit late in the midnight, my doom scrolling session. This AI specialist, some person, he's making AI. You know where they get their information? Reddit.
Really?
Reddit. All those similar places like Reddit.
That's a bad place to be.
Well, yeah, it's a little bit advanced from Google, and this is my opinion why I'm saying this. Reddit has the human experience. They tell everything how a person feels, and that is enough for an AI to decide whether, okay, this is good or bad, this is right or wrong, everything. So more than Google, they have actual answers given by people. So based on that, only they extract the information, and they have all the records covering up to date. So Reddit is the one which is giving more information, like making them update. So which is why, like, kids or anyone, if they want to use AI, fine, learn by it. Make sure that you're also giving the proper instructions and everything, so that you will not learn something stupid.
True.
Yeah, so you need to fact check.
Yes, exactly. Because I saw this one teacher who taught, because the kids were using AI to write every single essay. So the teacher decided, okay, ask ChatGPT to write this essay for you, and now go back and correct every single thing that ChatGPT got wrong in this essay. And the kids actually learned something, because they realized that so many things were wrong. Like, ChatGPT does not know shit at the end of the day, because ChatGPT knows only things that we know on the internet, and not everything on the internet is correct. So they're just pulling up whatever they can.
Exactly. Like, the main question, very simple question that you can ask is, where does ChatGPT or AI, how are they becoming intelligent? Where are they obtaining that data, information from? It got to be from somewhere, right?
Of course. And what was I going to say? I had a train of thought and it just like collapsed.
Boom, boom, boom.
Wait, I had something in my mind.
Wimbo, a wimbo, a wimbo. A wimbo, a wimbo, a wimbo, a wimbo. Wee.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say how AI is. I just want to say how AI is not actually a search engine, because people are using it as a search engine.
Like today. Me.
But people just don't realize that AI will make up definitions.
Oh, yes.
They will create, because they just want to generate an answer. They don't really care if it is correct or wrong. So they will literally make up anything. Like if I say like a random word like boot slam, they would say it's a slang word or whatever.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
true.
They would make up a definition.
They
That's
would make up, and I hate the fact that they take your side for every single thing and make you look like the queen or the king in the world, and making like you're not wrong, you're the saint, you're great. Break up. Don't do
Break
that. Say shit. No. And this is the same thing. If adults we get this, imagine when the tiny brains and tiny hands, the tiny creatures, children, get the hand into these without proper education, no instructions how to use them, that's going to be a problem. So yeah, back to school seemed to be can you see? I want to sleep. Just tired.
It's such a rainy day. I'm tired.
Yeah, and this season for back to school, perfect. All the kids want to go to school. No, they want to stay at home and sleep.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, things are changing, and back to school seem to be a nightmare. Even though I'm teaching like this and you're doing your work, you're not teaching anymore. But
Thank God.
yeah, back to school means there's going to be a hell of a lot of traffic.
Yes.
Hell of a lot of nannies, children going, to activities and everything. Well, good luck. And
Yes. Children, be nice to your teachers, and teachers, stay in your lane.
Exactly. Teachers can also be nice to children.
Of
You don't
course.
have to be mean at all.
Absolutely not. And yeah, we will see you guys in our next episode, obviously.
You can actually share your maybe horror stories of your school life.
Yeah.
Back to school.
What did you like? What didn't you like? Are you going back to school now?
Exactly. If you are,
Yes.
just let us know.
In the comment section. In the comment section.
Oh yeah, in the comment section. Obviously, just give us a comment on how you guys are, going back to school if you are. Everyone is going back to school actually when September starts. So good luck.
Yes, also the pedophiles. Okay, bye.
Bye.